Welcome back to another episode of the T.W.K. Ordinance Podcast. I'm Cadillac. Joining me today, we have another another appearance of the Big Chuck.
The big Chuck. Cool. I got big since the last 3 weeks. I got big in
Yeah.
3 weeks.
Well, I mean, you have like 8 adjectives over here, so I gotta just like pick one or none.
Pull up
So
the dice calculator and you just roll it, and whichever one it lands on. Sick, dude. That's cool. I'm glad that I was able to get big in 3 weeks. Is that an obesity or muscle poundage? What
that's
height?
the secret. You get to ponder that till
You're
next week.
you're the only one that gets to know.
Yep.
That's brutal. How have you been, Mr. Ricky?
Pretty pretty chill. Just getting back into school, working.
And how is the old senior year starting?
I've only gone to 2 days because for some reason we started on a Thursday, so we had our Thursday and Friday.
Just to make you miserable. It's just a little taste of what it's gonna be
Just to
like.
be like, hey, fucker, we're
The
back.
most inconvenient thing they could have
Yeah,
possibly
and
done.
they made those 2 days the most like inconvenient and difficult 2 days for like anyone for no reason.
And that's awesome.
Like getting like free periods and stuff. Like I didn't get to like really get out for my free period because I had to go wait in a line for a sticker
Yeah, that sucks. I
that I'm gonna
remember.
have to go wait in a line next week for another sticker because for some reason that sticker gets to be temporary.
Yeah, dude, I remember like everything for senior year was so like AIDS. Like I remember like waiting in lines for for some reason we had to get like different parking passes just for being seniors, and then there were just so many like little things to do for graduation that was just like us either like sitting in an assembly for no reason or standing in a line for no reason for like hours of the day, and it was like just a wild waste of time.
Yeah, I know. We don't have our lunch passes still, so I spent my lunch the last 2 days just like wandering campus like a little retard.
Dude, that's sick. That's cool. Hey, update on the words, dude. We can use the retard word, okay? No
Yeah,
longer
I
against
heard I know I saw that. That's why I was so excited to say it. I get to keep going. I don't have to
Keep going. Don't say that. Don't say that.
I get to start.
uh, dang, dude. Well, that's unfortunate. I hope that your senior year is nowhere near as bad as what mine was, what everyone else's was, but it will be. So, you know,
Yeah.
whatever. Are you like taking a full load of classes every semester, or are you like pretty chill and light?
I have one free period this semester, and I should have one next semester, and then I'm also in work experience, so I have like technically a free period for most of the week. Um,
That sounds pretty loaded, dude. I had like two classes for my last two. We did trimesters, but I only had
yeah.
like two classes for the
I
last bit.
I had a terrible counselor that left last year, and I walked into school the day on Thursday and went to go talk to my new counselor, and spent like 30 minutes of her just basically saying my counselor kind of fucked everything over. So I had to like I'm taking a class I should have taken like freshman year that I didn't know I needed to graduate. Like
Yeah, that's brutal. That's
so that's probably why I probably do have a little bit more than I probably should have, but
that's
that's just
kind of
unfortunate.
unlucky. Kind of unlucky. Dude, what about? Are you taking any of those dirty marine classes? Do they do those
No,
there?
they don't offer that at my school. They offer
Dang,
that at the dirty rival school.
dude, that's
And
unlucky.
it's the Air Force one, not even
Oh, cringe.
yeah.
There's a
They wear the ugly BDUs still.
There's a congresswoman from Florida who I don't know if you've seen the scandals going on Twitter. She posts like a lot of bikini pictures of like "Make America Great Again" like bikinis, and everybody's like mad at her. Anyway, I was looking at like her campaign, and like she's got this picture of her like holding some MK18. She's like crouched and wearing like sniper camo. And then like I was looking at the campaign, it says USAF, and I was like, wait a minute, like why? That's not what.
What?
And then like you can look at her service record, and like she was a drone pilot, and like, why was Why is your picture you holding a gun? Like, you're just lying. You're just twisting that. Like, she
It's a
probably wasn't ever issued a rifle, you know? Like, she probably had, like, a Beretta or whatever, and you had to shoot your
The
30
only
rounds a
time
month.
she touched a rifle was in boot camp when they were like, "You have to be able to hit the target
Dude, and if
once."
that, I don't even know if they do that for, like, some of those weird side jobs that people get, so, yeah.
Well, you have to be shoved through boot camp before they send you off to whatever school
Dude, I
for your
doubt it.
job.
If you get some weird college degree and you have a hookup, I bet they just squeeze you
Well,
right
yeah, I'm
in.
sure there's very special cases if you did something very
Dude, I don't even
specific.
think it's special cases. I think that the military is about as corrupt as it gets, and it's all about like pulling and pushing favors, especially if you're a woman. Do you think they're really enforcing everybody go to boot camp as hard as they possibly could on the women as they are the men?
Oh
I,
no.
I doubt it. But maybe that's just my inner sexism leaking out a little bit, you know? Who knows? Who knows? You know, are we still set on being a dirty Marine after high school?
Yep.
Dude, what do we have to do to change that? Can I convince you to be a police officer instead? Like, what do I have to do? What could I possibly say to get you to not do that? Anything but that.
Nope.
You don't want to be a dirty cop in LA that gets shot at by the gangbangers?
By the gangbangers.
That's my inner white rural
No,
racism also
and then
leaking
I
out.
get to shoot at them with a beanbag shotgun until they stop shooting at me.
I don't think they usually shoot back with beanbag shotguns. I
They
think
do.
it's just their service
They do.
weapon, buddy.
No, they do.
I think there's a reason that we talk
I
about cops killing black people all the time,
No,
but
in California, there's a big thing where like you're not allowed to go lethal unless they like actually like lunge at you. So
yeah,
like
because
my
for the
dad's
last 20 years we were just slaughtering them.
yeah, no, but like there's been multiple cases or not cases. My dad's friend's a cop, and there's a lot of times where the beanbag shotgun guy, where like everyone else has their rifle, and then like he just gets to unload on them with the beanbag shotgun, and then 9 times out of 10 they don't stop anyway.
That's unlucky. Dude, I can't convince you to take like a gap year in between high school and the Marines. We're just full tilt
Well, um, development. I'm probably gonna go to college.
instead of the Marines.
No. I'm gonna probably join the reserves out of high school and then go to college while being like a normal person for 4 years.
What are we going to college for?
So that way I could go active duty as an officer.
But what are we going to go to college for?
I don't really know yet. I
Doesn't matter, huh?
It doesn't really matter. I just want to be an officer in the military. That's all it's for.
Gum.
That's why I wasn't planning on doing it before. I had no reason to go to college.
Sounds like some pretty miserable life plans you've set out ahead of you. But if you're happy with it, you're happy with it, right, guys? It's your
You know
truth or something. Is that what they say? Do you guys get told that a lot? Something about your truth or something?
what?
I don't know. All right. Well, let's let's start ripping. Um we've missed 3 weeks cuz some of us may or may not be on the slightly flaky side. Um let's talk about Turkey Land. Have you seen what do you know about Turkey Land and the wipe and everything that's going on right now?
So I haven't been paying attention a whole lot, but I did hear about the whole thing where like something happened and they accidentally wiped like a quarter or
Oh
something of
yeah.
players' stuff.
Yep.
That's most of what I haven't seen like what they were doing in response to that. I kind of just heard that happen and I was like, huh, that's awkward.
Okay, so the drama with that was yep, there's like 24% or something of their player base got their accounts completely reset. The compensation that they gave out was nobody got their account restored. So like the people who were like level 70 and
Shoot.
like had
Yeah, I did
Kappa,
hear that they like didn't restore anything, but they gave like everyone just like a bunch of money or something.
well, it's kind of nothing. They gave everybody 40 million rubles, every labs key card, and
Yeah,
like a
so
few other
basically
things.
they just flooded the market so everything's gonna be more expensive.
Well, nah, not really. Oh, and then like they restored everybody to like 42, so you had max traders. Like anybody who got Capelite didn't get it back. Anybody who had like a max hideout, like that's way more than 40 million rubles.
Yeah.
All of like your thick
Wow.
cases and whatnot. That was
Yeah,
pretty low,
that's
pretty
rough.
sad. Yeah, so that's that debacle. The wipe, they gave us a hard date on like the 4th of August. They said it was going to be the 20th, which is kind of weird. They've never done that before. So we got a nice hard date for when the wipe's going to be, like way in advance. We're getting a new boss. He's the extract camper boss, which is kind of stupid. They're adding booby traps. It feels kind of unfair to call them booby traps. They're just impact grenades that are on
Yeah,
like a
that's
tripwire.
I have seen those and I thought about it for a while and I was like, how what
Yeah, they
how
look pretty dumb. Um, we're getting the Desert Eagle, which is pretty cool. It looks really good. And then they're reworking factory completely. And that's pretty much. It's pretty dull. I guess we're getting the M249 as well. Finally getting this off after 4 years of being promised it everywhere. That gun is
well,
like
we had to get the
streets.
Russian LMG in game first.
Of course, of course. Um, yeah, a lot of stuff that like I wanted in Tarkov for a long time, and I can just safely say I won't be playing this one. So that's pretty tragic and unlucky. But anyway, there's the Tarkov news. We'll cover it in spirit for a while. I think we'll see. Oh, I just don't have any interest anymore these days. I played a pretty good chunk of Arena, and it was good, and I'll probably play it a lot more later. But something else has captured my attention that I'm sure we'll get to. Um, I don't even know if we should cover some of this stuff. It was so long ago. We'll run through it real quick. Um, just for funsies. Um, once again, we hate pedophiles. Pedophiles are bad. I've decided that they're not human beings and they shouldn't have any rights. Um, so that's my response to Chris Tyson. You know about that situation, right?
Yeah.
The old Mr. Beast debacle. Dude, I didn't know. Like when it first happened, I heard the name right, but like I didn't know who it was. And I like Googled. I think I Googled Ava Tyson because like that was the name that I was hearing.
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, I've seen that face before, but like I didn't know what it was. And I had to go back like years, and like I found him. I was like, that's the same person. Like that's crazy.
Yeah,
Because I
it's
hadn't watched a
insane.
Mr. Beast video for like 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
So yeah, anyway, so that's a nice fun one. I guess on that note, Doctor Disrespect has had a return, as they say. He like deleted all of his confession tweets. Um, that was a whole debacle. Well, we hate pedophiles. Pedophiles aren't humans. That's my that's my response. You got anything you want to add to that?
No, I think you said it pretty well.
That was pretty good, huh?
I think you hit all the marks.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Um, Warhammer killed my faction. We're no longer getting a codex. We're no longer our own faction. We've just been rolled into Space Marines. So
Really?
that genre is
Wow.
dead to me, and
That's actually crazy that they just like an entire faction.
yeah. So
Just like
they did it in ninth edition. They did it to Harlequins. They just killed them, and now they're like a funny little goofy unit you can bring with your Eldari, but they're no longer a faction. They
t-
were doing it all the way back in 8th, like at the end with Psychic Awakening. Everybody got a Psychic Awakening except Deathwatch and Harlequins. And then like 6 months later we got like a little one, and it came out in like a fan news like comic that they said was canon. It was like 1 page, and it was like really depressing. And then we've just like slowly been shafted and shafted. Like ninth edition, they took away like so every faction has like unique stuff. And when it comes to like Space Marines, everybody gets a unique thing. Like Blood Angels have like +1 attack when they're in melee combat. Iron Hands have like 1 more AP when they're shooting a heavy weapon. Everybody has like a unique thing, right? And Deathwatch's unique thing was like special issue ammunition. And they just like removed it from the game in ninth edition. So I was just
wow.
like Space Marines, but I didn't get my unique thing, which was like
So
really dumb.
you were just some boys in some armor.
Yep. So they've like I don't know, we've like seen this coming
Did you
for
at
a
least
long
look
time.
cool?
Yeah, though the Death Watch will always look the coolest out of the Space Marines. Like, anyway, yeah. So they removed Death Watch as a faction. Um, Pretty depressing. Um, that's it. That's pretty much all I wanted to say. Warhammer's pretty much dead to me at this point. So yeah, that's it. Did I saw this meme about the special? Apparently, all WalMarts have a special employee bathroom. It's like a one big bathroom. It's for both genders. It's only for employees. It's like a special little room. There are like couches in there. Have you heard
What?
about this?
No, what?
Yeah, dude, I've been seeing some crazy stuff, and I wanted to ask Gunnar about it, but he couldn't make it. So we'll have to shove this one to the next podcast. Um,
What? They
so
have
we can ask him about the employee bathroom. Yeah, dude, I've been seeing some stuff.
there's stuff's happened there for sure. I don't like that.
I asked Gunnar to put a topic on this for the podcast, and he picked this. Do you know what this is? This CrowdStrike thing?
I haven't looked like super far into it, but I just knew that it kind of just like shut down like a bunch of like big like airlines and like companies and stuff. I couldn't do anything because
Yeah.
of it.
Pretty much it was just like um so it was a group of people that made a virus and it only affected Microsoft computers. The virus was called Macro Hard because that's the opposite of Microsoft. Um and yeah, it pretty much nuked a bunch of anything that was using the business version of Windows 11 and Windows 10. It like nuked for it wasn't even like 5 days. It wasn't a super big deal. But that was what Gunner picked and I thought that was funny cuz like we were going to have Slutty and Snicks and then you on. And I was like, Gunner, pick a topic. And he's like, I picked this. And I was like, do you think any of those people are going to know what this is or have anything to say about it? And he was like, no. And I was like, so why would we? Why
Or
would we
really like
talk about
care.
that then?
I mean, technically, I had an aunt that was staying with us when that was going on, and her flight back got delayed. Technically, so like I
Yeah,
was affected
yeah. I think
totally.
there were a few days there where stuff got
Yeah,
pushed back,
she
but it wasn't
like
a
yeah
super
like
big deal.
her she just extended her trip like a week.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's talk about this one. This is all you, dude. What do you have
Dude,
to
I
say about
haven't
this?
even seen that much about it, man. I saw that and I was scared because I knew this was happening. I haven't really looked at anything about it.
Haven't seen any trailers or watched any gameplay?
I have heard. I think I've seen the zombies trailer. I think is what it was. I haven't seen the
Dude,
multiplayer.
the zombies trailer is is something else. It is you know, Revelations from Black Ops 3.
Oh, of course.
That's it. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm just gonna leave that seed in your
That's
mind.
kind of yeah yeah.
Zach and I went through on stream and we watched like the 3 trailers that are out. We were kind of making fun of the reload animations. Your guy, okay, in Black Ops 6, your guy loads his tactical rig with magazines with the bullets facing up, okay, instead of down.
Well, to get into gun
He
quicker.
no, so he pulls it out and it's like upside down and then he pulls the other mag out and like twists his hand in an L shape and then like shoves it in the dude, it is
I'm gonna need
crazy
to look
looking.
it up, man. That's
Dude, it
sounds.
is and they do
I
it with all the guns. Like the regular AK, the M16, like they do it with all the guns.
I've
It's
also
wild.
that's a lie. I have seen a little bit about their multiplayer, and I saw what they're doing with the. Have you seen like their what a omnidirectional movement stuff that they're trying to do?
Yeah, where you
Dude, it
have
looks
like
so bad.
yeah.
It looks so
There's
bad.
like there's a reason that
No
games
one wanted that.
there's a reason the games like pick, right? That's why like for a long time it was like, well, I want the dolphin dive back or I want the slide back. Like there's a reason that we like tried to pick certain directions to go with movement because if you try to do everything, it just like doesn't work. Or like think about people trying to play with a controller. Like
Yeah, no, like it's gonna
ah
be super terrible. Like I don't I liked the movement in most of the other like earlier titles. I don't think it was bad at all, and I think it to be good with it. I think it kind of added as kind of a skill ceiling at the very least. But like, I feel like this is just gonna make the game feel way more like arcadey and boring, just like any other shooter out there.
yeah, we'll see, right? The promise, the hope is that they've actually like had time to develop it But
That's the one. Yeah,
I
that's the
watched
one
the
redeeming.
zombies trailer of the guy do this like super retarded, unrealistic reload, and then he gets on a boat and they're driving out to this ship on the ocean, and then a squid tentacle pops up and starts spewing toxin into the ocean, and that's where the zombies are coming from. And I'm like, you're gonna look me in the eye and tell me that that's what we were working on for 4 years? Like, are you kidding me? Like,
Well, the water takes a lot of time to animate, Chuck.
yeah. Anyway, the zombies looks horrific. Um, I think it looks terrible. A bunch of people have like played the beta for just like the multiplayer, and like it has a lot of issues. It just looks like the same. Looks kind of sad, but we'll see. They've got a few more months, right? Because Call of Duty's come out in November or something. So
I don't. I'm pretty sure it's coming pretty close to the
I,
first like open
I
or
think the
like first like
21st
closed
is
beta.
what I see on the Steam story is when you can like sign up for it. Is what I keep seeing, but. Yep, so Black Ops 6. Okay, also, what a stupid name. I don't know if we've had a chance to talk about this. We skipped Black Ops 5. I guess that was Cold War's secret name that they didn't tell us. That was the Easter egg that nobody cracked in Zombies, was that the real name of the game is Black Ops 5.
Yeah.
And we're calling it Black Ops 6, and that is the dumbest thing that I've ever heard in my whole life.
I still don't know why they went with that. Like, it's
Classic COD for you. And it looks like
I
you can join up for open beta on the
30
21st.
or on Steam it said the 30th.
I'm seeing 21 here. Anyway, oh shoot, I'm seeing a different one. This says 30 now too. Interesting.
Yeah,
Well,
like down in like the thing it says early access is August 30th to September 4th.
dude, all the guns look like I'm watching this guy shoot like the M16, and like the recoil's so violent. The gun is having an earthquake when he shoots it. Like it's just I don't know, it's mind-boggling to
That's
me
something I
how
felt in
unrealistic it is.
Cold War. I felt like my guy would like was like had Parkinson's when I was shooting some guns and it when it really
But like
makes
your
like
gun doesn't move, right? Like your sight stays like right where it is. Like there's still
yeah, but
laser
like
beams, but the
the
animation it
receiver
like
is like
hurts
violently
me.
shaking.
Yeah, dude, what is that about? Why did COD do that? Anyway, yeah, dude, there's Zach and I were making jokes. There's a zombie in there, Billions. He's like this super fat boy. We call him Chubbs. And he's like in this game now. So we were like making fun of it because they are Billions. He's like completely dead. The developers just like disappeared overnight. And so we were like, yeah, like Chubbs found a new job. He was unemployed for too long, and Activision hired him. So he's got a new gig now. But yeah, dude, Gobblegums still exists. The new thing with Black Ops 6 is we're putting pistol grips as foregrips on the front of our guns, which is mind-boggling to me. I don't really understand why we're pulling the pistol grip of the M16 off and putting it on the front of an RPK. That seems a little
What?
odd to
I need
me.
to watch these trailers. There's no way.
Call of Duty has turned into like cursed gun gameplay. Dude, there are like spiders, there are bugs, there are
Oh,
scorpions, there's an
you could be
octopus
like your
tentacle.
own little soldat guy. You could be the Mangler boy.
This guy has two M16s on his back that are like, if you just look at the picture, right, like the main picture for it, like if you just look at that for more than 10 seconds, like my mind just, it hurts. I don't understand. That's not. Anyway, so yeah, dude, that's Call of Duty. That's your game, Ricky. Are you excited? Are you excited for Black Ops 6?
I'm ecstatic.
I hope that it's not I hope that it's not as bad as all of them that they've always been.
Yeah, but it's definitely not looking great. I'll tell you what.
Yeah. I was on the cope train with you. I was hoping that Zombies wouldn't be trash. They had some
Yeah,
actual
because
time
they
to
had like some
develop it.
time, yeah.
Supposedly that's the claim, maybe that makes it better, but like I watched these trailers and it just looks the exact same as like I actually can't tell you the difference between like watching people play Warzone and then regular multiplayer for the last 7 Call of Duties that have come out. They all just look the same to me. I don't Doesn't even look like they're spending time working on anything, so I don't
No,
really know what to say.
well, I think ever since they made the combination, have you seen like on Steam, all the Call of Duties are all through one application now. They're
Yep.
like the newer ones.
Yeah, and it has
Ever
perma
since
mixed reviews, which is so funny.
Yeah, so I think ever since then
Call
it's
of
just
Duty
kind of
R.
been like like just ever since then it's just kind of been downhill because everything since they did that has just felt the exact same. Every game's felt the exact same because they had to make it the exact same because they're like integrating everything together, which makes no sense.
Well, it does make sense because like the few times that they release a game that's good. Okay, so like the first remake of Modern Warfare that came out was like another huge surge for
Yeah,
Call of Duty, right?
2019, yeah.
And like that
Warzone came out.
that amount of reviews, like those good reviews, like counteracts the bad reviews for the next 10 games. Like that's why it's all one, because like now they can scrape by with like at the bare minimum like mixed reviews instead of very negative on more than half their franchise, which looks really bad to like their investors, you know. So
It's just so bad how they keep doing that and they keep like forcing Treyarch sucks. Why or not just Treyarch, just Call of Duty.
should we
God.
read little Ricky's official take on Call of Duty? You do not have to follow the code of conduct. It's just a law to get you to be nice. Don't let them control you. This is Modern Warfare 2. Call someone's mom. I can't say that word
Wait,
on
where are
stream.
you reading this? What
This is
happened?
this is your review on Call of Duty from
Which one?
2022. Well, it's
Which
just Call of Duty, Ricky. It's just Call of Duty R, you
yeah,
know?
sorry.
Which one, he says? Whichever one came out in 2022.
Well, I'm pretty sure when I made that it was still different actually.
Yeah, maybe, dude. Dude, actually, can they do that? Did they take them and roll them into one so they they
Cuz
have reviews from
I
other
think I remember that
games?
being from wait, what year was it? When did I do it?
2020, November 11th, 2022.
That was Modern Warfare 2. So that was like right when they started like integrating everything into the Call of Duty.
Dude, that's crazy. Actually, if they took like reviews from. Wow, that's like breaking my mind a little bit. That almost seems illegal, but clearly they've gotten away with that. Dude, or like I love this trailer. So like I haven't like I played maybe 4 hours of Cold War with Zach, and it was like just that first map. And I remember like riding the helicopter, which was like so autistic, and putting body armor plates on my guy that make it so the zombie can punch me less, which makes a lot of sense. But then like I didn't touch the rest of it, and I haven't looked at it. I haven't seen anybody play it. I haven't played it at all. And like I'm watching this trailer, and the first thing that they're advertising is round-based zombies, and I was like, did we stop doing that at
It's
some point?
because which one was it that like
Well,
didn't? It
okay,
was
so
like
here's
Vanguard.
so here's my other thing. It's like, well, no, it's Cold War because Zach and I talked about this. The second map that they released, or maybe it was the third, is like a Warzone map, but it's like zombies, but it's like Warzone. And like I remember coming in one
No,
day,
yeah, that's
and
Outbreak.
and I
That's
watched Zach
oh.
like run over a zombie with a snowmobile up in the woods, and I was like, wow, that's what Ricky's playing. That's Call of Duty, and that has been my view of Call of Duty for the last 4
No,
years.
I touched Outbreak like once or twice, and I absolutely there's like no point to play it. There's no like real reason. Like there technically was like an Easter egg people found, but like it wasn't very great. It was just like another one of the little Warzone Easter eggs they do. Like you go one around, you go do this code, you put it in, and then like whoa, something happened. But, like nothing that really matters or is that cool.
Yeah,
That was just it's just so sad.
that's got so Bop 6. Rookie's gonna spend another $100 on the Vault Edition when it comes out, like normal,
Play it for anywhere from 30 to 100 hours, and then I'll be done.
and then we'll be done forever. So that's sick, dude. Anything else you want to say about your beloved franchise?
Okay.
How does the underneath of the bus feel right now, Ricky?
It sucks, fat cock.
It sucks. Activision for the win, dude. Yeah. All right. On the I think the last one that we had was when T.W.K got blasted. So I guess we have to cover this. The current president has dropped out of the running to be the next president, but is remaining, well, on the basis that he'll be too old. but is remaining to be the president until that time,
well, yeah, of course.
which is a little bit of hurting my brain, but I don't know. It is what it is. I guess we'll jump down here and cover this next one. Just the current VP is just gonna run. I'm not gonna try and pronounce her name because people get mad when you say it wrong, and it's kind of hard. And I don't want to be labeled as a racist, so it's that lady. You know, everybody knows it's that lady. Um, and then she's picked a VP in all this time, and it's Tim Walz. I don't know if you know anything about that
A
guy.
cracked a war veteran, of course.
Yeah.
A war veteran.
So originally, like my original research on the guy was so he's was or is some political figure, the governor or something of Minnesota, and abortion is legal 5 weeks post birth there. Do you understand what that means?
What
It means
the
that we can
fuck?
abort the baby after they've
After
been
it's
born for 5 weeks.
Yeah, wait,
Yeah, that's
what?
right.
I was ha
That's it. So that's what I knew about Tim Walz. And then I saw some more research. There are like a lot of stolen valor claims going around. I'm sure you've heard these.
yeah.
I don't think that there's any like real basis to it. It kind of what it looks
I
like to
also don't
me
know.
is that he was in the military for 20 years, and he like requested to get out or whatever to be done, and then like 2 weeks before he was supposed to leave, they like got deployed, and so they just like pushed him out to get somebody else in because like he was gonna leave anyway. That's what it looks like to me. Um, so it looks like it's pretty fair, and it was just like it was his time, and it's just unfortunate timing. But he has absolutely made some interesting claims about being there and fighting when he wasn't, which is like a little on the suspicious side. But it's also normal for politicians to just twist. I mean, like what I was talking about the red Congress lady, where we're just like pretending to be something that we're not, because nobody's ever gonna catch us in it. So anyway, what do you hear down there in the in the blue state? That's gonna be 1/6 of the voting.
Oh,
Is there a lot of?
I
Are we
forgot I live
pushing?
there.
Are we pushing for Team Blue pretty hard? Where are you hearing about it? What's your opinion on it?
I'm a big blue guy. No, I actually
I'm a
where
big blue guy. You're the blue Care Bear.
yep. Uh, where I live is a lot more red for
Oh yeah,
California.
that's
Like
because
my
there
little
aren't
alcove.
there aren't endless homeless people on every street in everyone's yard, and there's parking where you live, and that's how you know. That's the difference between a
Yeah,
red and a blue county
exactly.
in California. Yeah,
So like it's mostly I get to see it whenever I spread out, and honestly, it's kind of weird to me that everyone I've talked to that like was blue or like lean more blue are all pretty like red now. And even in California, I've been meeting a lot more red people than I feel like I have been meeting blue.
that's kind of wacky.
Yeah. And but like we're still a blue state apparently.
Oh yeah, always will be.
I want to go so bad.
Where do you want to live? Have you been thinking about that at all, or are we just kind of
um
yellowing it, and wherever the military
uh,
puts us is where we're gonna end up?
I mean, I'm probably going to try to live up towards Idaho cuz that's where most of my family lives,
Oh,
but
okay.
other
You're
than
just
that,
gonna end
I
up
have
in
no like
Boise, is what you're
super
trying to say right
strong
now.
presence. Yeah, pretty much.
Dang, dude. Does your dad have plans to move up there at some point when you're done, when
He's
all
been
the little kids
saying
are
that
done?
he was gonna move out there for like mine and my sister's whole lives, but like once I'm out of high school, I'm pretty sure it's actually finally gonna happen.
Yeah, that's interesting. The sister that's married lives in California,
Yeah, she lives like pretty much down the street.
and the guy that she married is his family in California.
Yes,
So she's probably gonna stay. Like, no. What about the other sister? You think
they
she'd go with your
so
dad if they move, or?
my other sister, I don't really know, but the one that's married, she is really close with my family up north, so she
North.
really pushed up north. So she really wanted to move up there, and they tried it for like 6 months, but it was like really early on when they first got married, so they were like barely making ends meet, so they're like, we have to go back. But now I think they're still planning on coming up there once they have taken over the electrician company that
Of course,
the
of course.
family runs.
Interesting. Wow, wow, wow. Dude, speaking of which, are you gonna be in Idaho for Christmas this year?
I actually was possibly planning on it. I don't know yet though, because I didn't get to come up this summer because I was working.
Alright, dude, try and let me know early like December if you do, because I'm gonna try and get like Dragon to come down again, and we're gonna try and do some big shooting. So this is gonna lead into my Christmas list. I slapped together the AR-10 that I'm gonna buy, and all the pieces for it. It's gonna be like $5,000. Hopefully, she'll be ripping and ready um by like Christmas. So, and then Zach has his new illegal gun. Or just kidding, it's legal. It's illegal. It's a legal weapon. So anyway, and we're gonna try and have Dragon come down. I'm gonna buy Nat Dog a gun for her birthday because she's going to school and universities terrify me. Because of the amount of people that they make mentally unstable who have access to
Is she
firearms.
allowed to carry on campus?
Um, no,
That's what I thought.
but we're going to.
Okay.
So there you go. There's my answer.
Yep.
um,
Yep. That's
So anyway, the plan right now is we're gonna have some more bigger, beefier firepower for Christmas, and I volunteer, Ricky. I will drive 14 hours to Idaho, and then the next day I will drive 4 hours to Boise to pick you up and bring you back, so you can come shooting with us. So, what's up, Gun Gun? So you let me know. Also, if you don't want to do that, speak your piece, but we can come kidnap you for a day or something if you want to come shooting with us.
kidnap me.
Yeah, you can
I'll
shoot some
shoot.
guns that
You
don't
gotta let
have
me know it's really
the fish
greasy.
handle on the back and the
I'll
5 round mag, and
yeah. I could actually like hold the firearm.
yeah, you can use the assault weapon. My assault weapon, which is everything that I own because they're all semi-automatic, and originally they were made for the military, which is every firearm ever.
You're a really bad guy.
Yeah, that's true.
You must
That's
kill a
true.
lot of people.
Mostly minorities, actually, because I'm
I
white.
bet I,
So
I bet all your firearms are killing people right now.
they've mind controlled me a few times.
The
And it
minute
was
you pull it
scary.
out of the holster, the voices start speaking to you.
And then it just starts shooting. And the heat-seeking bullets, they target minorities and children. I'm pretty sure. So
Yikes.
that's just how it is. That's just how we roll. Um. So anyway, um, I think that's pretty good. We covered. We'll get rid of this. We can delete this one off the list now. We can get rid of this one as well. Dude, what else can we yap about? Oh, no more Black Ops 6. I don't want to talk about that game ever again. Cringy as fudruck.
Yippee.
We'll cover this later with Gun Gun. 40K dead forever. 40K permadead. Shoot, did you hear about the epidemic that's going on in Warzone the last couple of weeks with the redacted guns? You hear about this at all? By any chance, good
I
sir?
I don't I'm trying to think. I seen something about there being like guns that are like
And I'm working on a
ridiculously
Gun
like
Gun.
overpowered, but other than that I haven't really paying attention.
So it's just skins. They're not like over. Well, okay. I think there might be like a shotgun that's really strong. So I've been watching quite a bit of Warzone content. Small confession. Okay.
Shoot.
Um, I get
Call of
really
Duty Chuck.
I get really bored at work. And some
That's
of
what they all say.
I've been watching. There are like 2 or 3 guys who are like, I don't know if they're pro players or not. They're like really good though, and like I've been watching them play. Mostly so I can get like a good idea of what it's like, just because I didn't know that Warzone was Fortnite. Like seriously, like I did not know that.
First
Um,
version Fortnite, yep.
so anyway, there's like a thing going on where like tons of people are like getting these like redacted skins and guns, and it's like a big deal. It was a pretty big deal a couple weeks ago. I was curious if you knew about it or not, but that's like,
Is there like a special way you're
dude,
supposed to
I
get
have
them or
I have
something?
no
Like
idea.
what
That's
makes them so cool?
all I know is that they find people that have them, and then they're like pissed about it. Like that's the extent of my knowledge, and because I just don't care, I did zero more research. But was just curious if you knew anything about it. But so anyway, big pog. Um.
So I just looked it up. The redacted weapons are weapons that you're allowed to put 8 attachments on rather than 4.
Oh, okay.
So that's why they're so much better because you're able to throw on extra dog water.
Interesting. That's kind of weird. Are they like? Do you have to cheat? Do you have to like hack into the game to get
So
them, or?
I'm still kind of looking. It looks like you have to do like random like tasks in during the game. Like this one says
So it's
you have
not
to complete
cheating. Like it's
complete a
intended.
most complete a most wanted or elimination contract, and you have a chance of getting it from a reward
Okay, so they're
box.
not cheating. It's like an intended
It's like a
feature.
part of the game, yeah, but it's like
Oh,
there's
okay.
only a few of them on the map, so the people that have them have like this huge
It
advantage. Or I don't know how big of an advantage it is
it must
really
be a
because I
new
don't
thing
know.
that they recently implemented. Because like I saw people complaining about it and saying that they were like cheating. Not to say that cheaters aren't like immediately breaking the rules and not doing the task and then using them. Like maybe that's more what it is than anything else. But I don't know. I did COD goes pretty hard. Are you a pretty big Warzone player when you guys play COD, or do you not touch that at all?
I I kind of play all of it because it all just feels the same. I would play multiplayer to upgrade the weapons more because the game should
Got to
be
get my gold
shorter.
scans. Yeah,
Yeah, of course.
100
I
headshots with everything.
Yeah, of course. I played a little bit of Warzone. Modern Warfare 2 Warzone wasn't as fun to me just because the map, I didn't really
Oh
like
yeah.
it. But I don't know, I've kind of feel like it's a 50-50 to be honest. I keep it pretty balanced. My dad plays like almost 100% Warzone though.
Oh, interesting. The OG COD player is a Warzone only guy.
Well, my dad isn't very much of like a COD player. He would rather sit in a bush with his big old sniper rifle, uh, with a scope. He chooses the scope that doesn't have the sniper glint. He's like, I don't, so that way they can't see me aiming at them, and he'll. That's
Your
how he
dad
plays.
wants to extract camp in Tarkov is what he wants
Yeah,
to do.
that's if he played Tarkov, I would not put it past him. He'd probably
Dude,
do
that's
that.
like right up your family's alley kind of though. Like he'd fit right in with the way that like Taco plays games, huh? That's cool.
No, 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 no.
No,
Taco
no, no,
is
no,
like a
no.
completely. He's like an animal. He can't focus on anything and he'll spin in a circle for an hour and a half, like that's him. My dad will go in and like
And
spend
sit
like an
down and stare at
it,
the guy
so
spinning in the circle for an hour and a
yeah, and be like, what is that guy
half.
doing? um but or like one, I forgot what card it was, but they added in where like for the attachments they actually like went down and like broke down like the numbers for like what that attachment would do to your gun. And my dad would spend like hours crafting these guns, like going through and like what looking at each stat, and I'd walk out there and he's made some like terrible like he
Yeah, a
can't
cursed Call of Duty
ADS.
gun. Yeah.
Yeah. And he'll be like, look at this cool thing I made, and I'm like, nice. Nice, dad.
Wow. That is kind of depressing.
Yeah, there's the duality of Call of Duty.
The duality.
You either sit in a bush for an hour or you spin around in a circle for an hour.
That's
Pick your
awesome.
poison.
That's cool, dude. I love that. Go him. Um, that's cool, dude. COD goes hard. I think depending on how Black Ops 6 is, and if it goes on sale for like $10, which it probably won't. Like I bet Zach's all in to try the zombies mod on this one. And if he does, then I will.
I probably will buy it to at least I try every single one, but
That's how you know you're
it's
not gay,
gonna be
right?
hard. Yeah, totally.
Clip it. um yeah, anyway, if we end up playing Black Ops 6, I'm going to play Warzone. I'm going to give it one go at least. I can say with certainty that it's garbage. You know, I've been saying that it was trash for years. Just like Fortnite, but the difference was I played 3 singular games of Fortnite, and I haven't on Warzone. So, I have to get one in so I can say that it's garbage. That's the only fair way to do it. So,
Wow. I'm going down this redacted gun rabbit hole, and so it's I didn't realize how mad people were.
yeah, dude, it,
Wow.
it was a big deal. I
This
thought
is
people were
like
like cheating. I didn't know that it was like a.
so it looks like there's only one of each. So like there's different ones, like there's a Mac 10, there's an AR, but there's only one of those in each map. So it's basically like getting like what would be like the Fortnite equivalent? Because there's multiple
Gold
golden
gun,
scar.
gold
No,
gun,
well, like there's multiple golden scars. Like there's like a platinum scar.
wed ska.
Platinum scar. That's what that is. And basically, yeah, people are so pissed. It's just hilarious.
That's interesting. Um. So anyway, I think that's our COD segment. Um. Anything
Finally over.
anything you wanna anything you wanna add there?
Painful.
The painful.
That's it.
Alrighty. Well, that can be the COD segment. Alright, dude, we're gonna move on. Brighter pastures. Let's talk about Level 0 Extraction. Easily the worst named game I've ever seen, probably in my life. Probably tied with SCP-5K. That's pretty equally stupid. And then before that, I think Gunfire Reborn was up there, top 5 worst. Actually, maybe Black Ops 6 takes the cake now. That's a pretty horrid name. But anyway, so what? Tell me what you know about this so far.
Nothing.
Nothing at all, huh? Okay.
I have. I'm looking at it on
No,
Steam
no.
now to
Don't
see if
look
I
at
saw
anything.
clip.
Stop. No,
I wanted to see if I seen clips of it, and I have not.
I want to introduce you to this world. Don't let anybody else take it away from me. It's my turn, okay? This is my thing. Okay, so I first saw this probably 2 years ago. When they did their first alpha or beta test or whatever. And I thought it looked really interesting. So it has okay, so one of my favorite games of all time is Depth. Do you know what that is?
You're gonna have to explain it. I probably have heard it before,
It's
but
an oldie. So there are 6 players in a lobby. 4 players are divers and 2 players are sharks.
yeah, I have seen this. Yeah, yeah,
There's a little drone that moves around the map, and you gotta pick up gold from shipwrecks or whatever, and bring it back to the drone. And the sharks are trying to kill you the whole time, and you have a certain amount of tickets, like Battlefield or whatever you want to attribute that mechanic to,
yeah.
of
Okay.
how many times you can die, and it's that's kind of the fight, right? And the divers have harpoons, guns, flares, electrical traps, nets, whatever. Yeah, so I really love Depth, but I jumped in super late. And the player base was pretty much gone at that point. So I only ever played a little bit, but I really liked it. It was easily one of my favorite games ever because of the dynamic. And then when I first got a PC, so December of 2016, I think technically November of 2016, the first game I ever bought on Steam is Dead by Daylight, and that was back when it was in alpha. And I loved Dead by Daylight. When it was in alpha, and then when it first came out for the first 6 months, that game is up there with Rainbow Six Siege during Skull Rain. It is my favorite game of all time. It's up there, top 5 easily. And then obviously it is a shadow of its former self now. It's probably one of the worser games that's on the Steam store. I'd give it a 2 out of 10, whereas before it was probably an 8 or a 9. They did it really well. So anyway, I really like the dynamic of one player being a killer, and then the other players fighting them in some way, shape, or form through objectives and whatnot. So that's a really cool concept. But I'll say my biggest disgrace or thing that I didn't like about Dead by Daylight was that we couldn't kill the killer in any way, shape, or form. Because in Depth we could kill the sharks, obviously. And then Dead by Daylight, the closest we ever got was the decisive strike, right, where you could shove your little shard in their back and wiggle off, or slam the barricade on them. But yeah. So Dead by Daylight changed pretty heavily in 2019. I bought it for 4 of my friends. Actually, it's kind of how T.W.K started was Colton, Slidey, and then Edgar. We were the 4 original members, and it was playing Dead by Daylight. That's a fun little story that I've never told. Actually, is T.W.K was literally founded playing DVD, but yeah. So I played a ton of Dead by Daylight, and I absolutely loved it right up until and who was the last killer that I played against? It was probably the Huntress or something when they got added. and the game just like drastically changed, and it is hot garbage these days. But so I really like those concepts, okay? And then obviously the last 4 years I've almost exclusively played Escape from Tarkov, with the exclusion of indie games like Risk of Rain, Gunfire Reborn, a little bit of League here and there, which obviously isn't an indie game. But so I really like the Tarkov concept. I like that tactical shooter and looting. I'm a bit of a gun nut as well these days. So this game, Level Zero Extraction, what a horrible name, has all of that. So the lobbies are 12 players, 4 groups of 3. You're a 3-pack. That's your max limit. And then there are 2 players that are the aliens, and they're like hunting you. So it's Escape from Tarkov, but it takes place in like I guess there are 2 maps right now. There's like a research facility and then caves. Um, there are quite a few guns. It's like pretty in depth. There's like nail guns. The first like 3 days was just like the wipe of Rust, where everybody's just got like nail guns and we're fighting each other, and it's kind of fun. And then there are 2 players that are like the aliens and hunt you. The game is like permanently dark. You have like a flashlight. There are lights that you can turn on in rooms, but they have a certain charge. And then you have flares. Aliens take damage from flares. So your like light's a resource that you use to fight the aliens. You can also like shoot them, but they're like kind of tough. And then the aliens have a bunch of different abilities. They can go invisible. They can set little traps. They can shoot you with a little spitty ball. They have Gunner keeps calling it a molly, but it's really like a toxic cloud. And then
Well, if it's an AoE thing, it's a molly. Okay,
of course. Thanks CS:GO. So yeah. So I'll show you. Here's like a pretty basic fight. Let me turn my Mr. Screen Share on here. And then I'll pull this over. Okay, here's like a pretty basic like run through of the game. You can probably turn your sound on too on my stream so you can see or you can hear it a little bit, but so the game's like very dark.
This is cool. Yeah, this is...
You have a health bar, obviously. Oh yeah, my buddy just threw a grenade at me. So
I was confused.
sick.
I was like, what?
Yeah. Me and my random 3-pack. Here's
molly.
the...
I see the molly.
Yeah, there you go. That's the molly.
Wow. It's not even like fire. It's like green. It's
no,
like,
it doesn't
wow.
hurt you very much either. It makes you like kind of slow.
I'm surprised he didn't like make a Viper joke about it or something from Valorant.
Yeah, true. Dude, I'm gonna cook one of these aliens here in just a minute. All these crates can be like looted.
Does your firearm not have a flashlight?
You can put a
flashlight?
tactical flashlight on it. But that's like kind of endgame, and the nail gun doesn't. And I have a nail gun because this is like before I knew how to play the game.
I see.
I
love just hearing the little the little nail guns just flying.
Yeah, but as you can see, like it's like dark. It's like very, very dark. That's like half the game is like sounds like a super big deal. Dude, I'm gonna kill this alien.
Can other people hear your character coughing?
Yeah. Oh yeah, big time.
Shoot.
Okay, so there's the alien. So he like takes big damage from light, and I killed him with light. Give him the old cook.
Wait, what? So do different aliens have like different ways to kill them then? Like that alien was like weak to light or whatever?
No, all the aliens are weak to light. Like light is what kills them. That's the biggest thing.
Really?
Yep. Here's a little bit of us like looting. It's like kind of random items and crates.
If that's the case, then what's the use for the guns then?
What's the use for what?
The guns, it's
for the other players.
Oh,
so you're fighting the other players. Well, and you can shoot the aliens too. I've got some clips. Don't worry. I've got some clips of me shooting the aliens.
Okay.
Like last night, I was running the Scorpion Evo, and like I was just mag dumping aliens and killing them. Here's an alien. So here's the flare. The flares kill them like freakishly fast.
So. Did you just grab him?
He
just manhandled that one?
So that was a little trap. You'll probably see. We'll see a couple more. Let's watch this one. Well, actually, we actually have to watch them in context. I trolled you. Sorry. Okay, so here's some PvP with a nail gun. This is good for you to watch. You can watch how crazy I am. I've never lost it. I'm still crazy. So here's 3 little dirtbags that I run into with my nail gun. They all have real guns, MP7 shotgun and a Glock, and I have a nail gun. And I dumpster these poor kids. It's a pretty solid clip here. That's the other skin. The prestige skin. Dude, that poor guy with the shotgun. Not a good shot. Ponytail King. Yeah, watch how hard I outplay this poor guy. Depressing. So an alien pulls up behind me. One pulled up on them, and then this guy pulls up on me. I like barely pull my flare out. I was 1 hit away from dying, and then I killed him. And then after I killed them, so here there are 3 dead bodies in the hallway, and this is me fighting. The last 2 aliens were trying to stop me from extracting, and it was like super close. I like should have died here, but too much loot. That's how we roll around these parts. Never thrown so many flares in my life.
If you throw the flare at the alien, does it hurt them too?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, the
Okay.
amount of times that I like pull out a flare, they get super hurt and they're running away and I throw the flare at them and it just like goes down the same hallway that they're going down and kills them. It's like, dude, there's no better feeling. I was talking to Zach about this on stream last night too, right at the very end. And I was like, they're like this top 5 best feelings I've ever had playing games is pulling out a flare and killing one of these aliens point blank. It is like the best high that I've ever had. It's like up there next to some of like my Tarkov moments. Like it is an amazing feeling pulling out the flare. See that little trap right there? I kind of ignored it. I'll shoot one here. Okay, so right there, I just killed him with a shotgun. You can see his body evaporating. So like the guns do big damage, and especially the shotgun with buckshot. So that's a little trap that I just shot. It's like a little baby that jumps out on you, and you drop whatever you're holding, gun, flashlight, flare, whatever it is.
Okay.
Oh yeah, dude. I'm kind of toxic to the aliens too, because I'm like permanently solo, and it's just like it's so hard. It's so hard. There are landmines. There are like little zombies. You haven't seen me shoot one of the little zombies yet. We'll see a clip here in a second, but here's a clean little 1v2 against these dirty bastards. This is the Glock. Somewhat realistic animation. Didn't have to load my slide forward. Got stims like rust, which is pretty sick. That's definitely my favorite form of healing. I liked Tarkov at first with like the surgery kits and whatnot, and I still think that's the way to go for like a realism thing. But like I think I lean way more toward the competitive shooter, and like I just want the stims, dude. I don't want anything else.
Being able to stick yourself and get back into the fight.
Dude, and then these guys were toxic.
What? Yeah, you're wrong for that. You brought a gun into the raid? How dare you?
Gunner and I ran into some dirty racists the other night.
I already bought the game and I was looking at some of the reviews.
You already bought this game? Holy balls.
A lot of them just seem like people coping and not understanding extraction shooters. They're like, I played for 2 hours and I died every time and I don't have anything else anymore. Don't buy this game.
Yeah, I know, Gun. It's on purpose. I'm not putting the audio in the podcast. That'd be disgusting, dude. Holy. Okay, so here's a fun little fight. This kind of shows you like the dynamic with like the dark and the PvP. I think this is one of like my better clips that like kind of explains how the game is played. So I've got a task item on me. That's the red item. So there are task contracts is what they're called. The maps are like huge. You have a map that like shows you like really well where like all the extracts are. It's like very like simple and point blank, so it's like pretty user friendly. As you can see, it's dark, but it's not like impossibly dark, right? Like there are some lights everywhere. Doors are labeled. You have a flashlight that perma recharges. Then I just outplayed the crap out of this poor guy.
Did he flick on the light?
No, so like Okay, so the start of every raid, all the lights are on. Um, because like the facility's like shutting down, and then even if you just pull a lever and turn lights on, aliens can like EMP them, and then they turn off, but then they come back after a while. So that's what happened. An alien above us EMP'd something. Oh, here I have a shotgun. So you can see my lights hurting him, and then my shotgun kills him, obviously, and then Gunner
Gunner got
dies.
in the way.
Yeah. Or wait, this isn't Gunner. This is some rando. Sorry, Gun. Didn't mean to throw you under the bus like that, dude. I apologize. See, he just finished off my buddy, so I couldn't revive him. What a dickhead, dude.
What do you get for being in the aliens? Like, is it just like
You
you
just
get
get
the fun of?
money for your mercenaries, the transfer. They're gonna add some other stuff. You're gonna get like a portion of the loot from players
Or
that you kill,
is
but
that what your characters? You're called a
there
mercenary.
you go. There's a trap that I just activated. Yeah,
Wow.
we're all just mercenaries. So I'll show you the story. When you launch the game, they do a really good job of explaining the story. Basically, some scientists found a world. They found some aliens. They brought them back to Antarctica to study them. They got loose and killed everyone, and then a bunch of mercenaries showed up to collect all the research, and that's where this game takes place.
That's pretty okay.
But there are a bunch of guns. There's like AI turrets. You'll see me see the turret and one of the little zombies here in just a second. Okay, watch this. So this is a good clip. It's gonna be kind of hard to tell without sound. So you see me run behind this forklift, and I just sit here and hide because I'm the monster now. I'm the killer, not the alien. Watch this. So I go here. You see me. I turn my light off here after I run behind this forklift. You see me like turn and crouch. Okay, and then I sit here and I wait, and you can watch my hotbar. And you'll watch me pull out the flare here. Okay, so I have the shotgun out, and then you hear the alien running, and I pull the flare out. Dude, there's no better feeling. This is the best feeling I've ever had. Oh, it's so good, dude. Just running right through them. It's stellar. There's another little trap. Um, yeah, so they're like lights that you can turn on, but they like turn off. They have a charge. And then it's just there's loot everywhere, kind of like Tarkov. You have like some safe slots where you can put loot. There are key cards that open doors. There are like little door jammers. You can like jam doors behind you. It's like really effective against players. There's special tunnels that the aliens can run through to like flank you and whatnot, so you can't ever get like full stuck in one spot. What was that guy doing even?
This is the game that took Gunner to
Dude, okay, we'll get to
jail
it. We'll
for.
get to it. We'll get to it. Okay, let me finish. Let me finish showcasing my
Okay,
clips, and then
okay.
we'll yap a little bit more. There are special events on the map right now. I have a flash drive from a laptop. You like press this button on a laptop, it alerts like the whole map that you're doing it, and it gives you like 100% more money or 30% more money when you extract. Yeah, that guy was tough. That guy must have been on a little dick sliver there. Here's the elevator extract. You gotta call the elevator, and it's like pretty nuts. There's that little trap I ran over again. That's the little baby that jumped out. Dude, and I'm actively getting hit. I'm one punch away. I turn the light on, kill them both, dude. No better feeling.
That's
Dude,
that is pretty crazy.
Dude, it is great. Okay, here's this last one, and then we'll talk a little bit about it. Oh yeah, this is one of the runs. I ran into a 3-man, and I like surrendered myself because I was having a rough night, and they were like 3 noobs that had never played the game before. So I like ran through the whole map, we looted everything, and then I learned you can't extract with other parties. So we get to the elevator, we call it, and I get in the elevator with them, and the light turns red instead of green because you can't extract with another party. So I left the elevator so they could leave, and then I was here by myself trying to fight these aliens. And I had no flares, I had no stims, I'm just like coughing to death. So this clip touches that other one where I just killed those 2 aliens in the hallway here, and they have like a 45-second timer when they die. So I like just barely scraped getting out on this one. I just clipped it because it was crazy that I lived. But yeah, as you can see, every time I like shine light on them, they're like taking damage because it's like a darkness game. Yeah, it's got some amazing dynamics. Definitely something that like it's very reminiscent of Depth. It's really the best way. What I'm seeing people say is they're calling it like Dead by Daylight and Escape from Tarkov, but that's not really the case because like almost nothing from the killers from Dead by Daylight's in the game. Other than the
I,
fact that like there are killers. The best way I can describe it is it's depth in Tarkov is what it is.
The thing I like about it is the fact that there's more than just like other mercs on the map. Like the alien thing is really cool to me, and the fact that they're not like stupid overpowered. I feel like a lot of games when they have like oh, this player plays as the big monster. The big monster's usually like pretty broken, or like you just can't really kill it
Yeah.
at all.
Yeah. Like
But
the
like
Bigfoot game where he's
it's
just like
yeah,
impossibly tough for no
yeah, and it
reason.
takes like 30 minutes of like unloading ammo into him, you know?
Yeah.
But like this one, it seems pretty balanced. Like it seems like the alien can kill you pretty quick if
If
you aren't
anything, the
paying
alien's a little
attention.
weak. Yeah.
Yeah, that because the light is kind of crazy, but like you could definitely within a few hits kill someone if you play it smart and like flank them
Yeah, I think they're
like
they're
you're
waxed
probably
to
supposed to.
25. So if you don't have like a flare hotkey, or like sometimes I'll mash like my stim instead of my flare, and like yeah, I'll just die. Like you just die there. Like
Yeah. Like I just like how like it is kind of balanced in that way that like you can fight back and you aren't like completely screwed, but it doesn't also take like 10 minutes to die.
oh yeah, yeah. Um. So anyway, so it's got like just some of the best aspects from some of like my favorite games, which I really like. And then yeah, Gunnar got stuck, dude. I tricked him into coming and playing with me one night, and um he pulled up and he played. Then the next day I wasn't on, and he played like all day on this game. Didn't even touch Valorant, and he's stuck, dude. He loves it. He's constantly playing it. He had more time in it than I did until yesterday. Um,
Wow.
dude, it was wild. He got stuck. We got him stuck. We got him stuck. Everything is better and perfect
I need to
now.
know what game formula is the Gunner formula. Like what gets Gunner to play the video game, you know? Like what
Yeah, it
does it?
just kind of seems like it's all over the place. Here, I've got this. I've got this funny clip I'll show you of Gunner. This is just another
Sick.
funny from Gunner. This is from stream last night. Make sure your sound's on for this, because that's the whole thing. This is pretty funny. Hang on, let me. I gotta turn this up. Okay, watch this. So you can hear shooting right now. Here, I'll back it up. You can hear a nail gun shooting. So I make a call out that there are players on the target, right? Then they're fighting. Okay.
Yeah, fighting an alien,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Okay. Now this next part is crucial. Okay. Separate shooting. Separate shooting,
Yeah,
not the
what
same. Not even
yeah,
the
was
same gun.
that
Okay. Okay. Just wait. Just wait.
what I feel like it wasn't. I think I think
Dude, and then like 4 seconds later, we run up to this crate because it's like the hotspot, and Gunnar goes, "There's players in here," and I was like, "Yeah, yes, yep, yep, I called that out."
I think that's me. That shooting, I think that was me, guys.
Dude. Anyway, so I clipped that because I thought that was super funny. Yeah, so like playing solos, like it's been pretty brutal. Gunnar and I have been running around curb stomping people. I think I died one time in like the 15 raids we played last night. It was a ton of fun, but we don't have a third, and we'd love one. So maybe pull up, dude. I don't know what to say. But yeah, it's amazing. Gunnar got stuck. I've already commissioned somebody to make an emote out of this. It's gonna be my little Tarkov guy holding a flare. I love it. It's great. It's got stuff that I really like that I missed out on, that I didn't get to play, and then it's got like all the Tarkov aspects and the gun play that I like. So this is gonna be my foreseeable future for the next month, I think, easily, if not significantly more. They've also been like stupid responsive. I turned my screen share off, but like so day one, they released the cosmetic pack, that guy with the night vision, and he was supposed to be the prestige skin. And then they sold a pack that was skins for him once you got to the prestige, and people were like pissed about that, and they were getting review bombed. So they just like folded. They gave that skin to everyone, and they took a different skin and made it the prestige skin. And like I thought that was really cool. Like they were willing to kind of like respond and respect the community for like them kind of feeling gypped out of it, because like you thought you were paying for that skin, but then you didn't get it. And then the next day, they nerfed light a little bit to make the aliens a little bit stronger. They made our stashes bigger. They increased mercenary sprint speed. They reduced inertia, which I didn't even know was in the game. That's how little there was. Zach and I also talked about this on stream last night for a couple hours. It was like, we actually think that inertia's been in all video games, but it's like an extremely minuscule
Yeah,
amount
it's like a slider
that's
and
just
like
like stopping you from like making game breaking jumps or something. And like the Dirty Russians just didn't know, and they implemented it so poorly, and it's the worst thing ever. And then we've seen a few games copy them, like the finals, which like the single reason I don't play that is because they added inertia and they made it so much stronger than it should have been, and like the movement's just so unfun. So yeah, I didn't even know that it was in the game, but apparently it is, and they like already like nerfed it a little bit. Oh, when you die, like in the squad, you get a drone who has a light. And like you can just kill the aliens. Like you can run them down and kill them. You can open doors, and it's like really helpful. Like even when Gunner gets killed, like super early, like he can still help me in the raid by like being a drone. And it's
yeah,
like
that is actually really
it's
cool.
a
I like that.
really really cool mechanic. And then if I extract, he gets like money. If I extract, like we all benefit from the squad getting out alive.
That's cool. Yeah, that is kind of
Yeah,
nice.
dude, it's a wonderful mechanic. Really, really cool. Um, I've
I
probably
w-
experienced. I've got 30 hours in this game, and I've probably experienced less than like 20% of what it has to offer. Like Gray Zone. Zach and I, another thing we talked about. Like Gray Zone is like my perfect ideal game, but like there's no content there, and there
yeah,
probably won't be for 10
yeah,
years.
it's gonna take a lot of time to get where
Otherwise,
that
that would
game is
just
supposed to
be
be.
my life, you know. But like this has the amount of content that like Tarkov has. Obviously not, because that's insurmountable. But it has a ton of content. So like the replayability is insane. And then obviously, it's more than just PvP, which can get stale. Like we've had some moments where you kind of saw where we were like in that hallway, and like you probably couldn't tell too well, but like we're fighting over like this one door. It's a one way in and out of the hot objective, and like it can get a little stale when people are playing super ratty, or like I have been extract camped a few times. This guy has the game launched. It's openly open on his computer right now. Holy balls. Um but because they're like the two aliens, like we've gotten to these stalemates, and the aliens will like nuke a squad and make them run away or kill them. It's like it's just so refreshing because two players are the killers that have infinite respawn, and it just I don't know, they've kind of nailed a perfect amount of replayability with a lot of elements that I really like. So yeah, I really have only good things to say about it. Also, if you look at their most recent update, they're adding tracksuit skin to the night vision guy. I don't know if you can see that, but so you get to be Killa. Pretty sick. Shoot, Caddy went all in. The $30 edition, bought all the skins and everything. Dude, you want to hear a fun fact about Gunner? If you look in your Steam activity, another thing Zach and I were making fun of Gunner for. So Gunner bought the base game, $17. Then he bought the supporter pack, $8. Then he bought another pack, which was another $8. Then he bought another pack, which was another $8. So he paid $20 more for everything in total than what I paid for it, because he bought them separately.
Why?
Because he's dumb.
What? No, I spent like a solid like 8 to 10 minutes just like looking through all the things. I was like, which one of these do I want? Do I care about this or not? Pretty much, because why would I spend extra money?
So anyway, yeah, dude, I have nothing but good things to say about it. It's truly a stellar product. Really, really pleased. Um, Yeah, that's it, dude. Any other questions you have about that? Anything you want to ask? Are you gonna stay? Are we gonna play after? Are you gonna play on stream?
Uh,
We get
I
Ricky to play with us.
I might. I don't know. I need to get up and see what it what the house is like because I'm by myself and I have dogs here. But
Right, right.
I think I might be playing some video
You
games.
said you were dipping in like an hour or two, right?
No, I so the reason I wanted to do it early today is because I wanted. This is like my only day off for like the last like week, so like I didn't know if I was gonna plan other things or not, or
Right,
if I was
right.
gonna do something with friends.
All right. Well, if you pull back up later, or if you're just gonna keep playing, like I'm probably just gonna stream until like midnight. I might even take tomorrow off and just play through with Gun. So anytime, you're welcome to come join us. We don't really have a third. I did convince Zach to buy last night, so we might be slightly full, but he doesn't like actually want to play it. You know how he is. So you'll be free and clear to take that loser spot. So yeah, pull up whenever, dude, and come play with us. That'll be fun. I'd love that. I'd love to have another solid member. You know, Gunner and I are winning like some crazy gunfights as is, but if we squeeze Rookie in there with the Scar, I mean that's just another great gunfighter. One of the few good gunfighters I've met in my life. So Hopefully, it's not all gone to crap because he's slinging ice cream. You know, who knows? Who knows?
The ice cream slinger.
Ice cream slinger. Maybe that should just be your new name. Cadillac is no longer alive. I think you should be the ice cream slinger.
I don't know how I feel about this.
uh,
Wow, I'm so drippy.
all right. Well, dude, that's all I've got. We're like way over time. We can tell a story if we want, or we can end it. What's your feeling there?
I'm good for either way.
I think we're
I
gonna.
start with the scar. Sick.
Yeah. So if you've been watching my stream too, Twitch drops are live, and my stream is eligible for them, so you can get some drops too, in if you're interested.
Why would I watch you?
Yeah, dude, that's kind of how I feel too. That guy sucks. Yeah. All right. Well, I think we're gonna end it off there. Um, any last words that you wanna speak to the people? It was a good cast. I think we had a good, nice, clean pog. No guests. We had a couple on for the last couple weeks in a row, but I think this is how it's gonna be pretty much majority of the time. But hopefully we won't miss too many more weeks. But with Ricky starting school and working, it might be a little touch and go. Probably no strict date on when we'll record it, but we're gonna still try and keep doing them weekly. I think so. We'll see. But yeah. Anything else you want to say before we give a kiss goodbye? But he just died. No more words are coming
Oh,
out of this guy.
nothing I could
That
think
dirty
of.
push to talk button.
I keep randomly forgetting about it, and it's because I'm like messing with my stash right now and customizing a scar.
Anything you want to say?
No, I think that's pretty good.
Alrighty. Well, that's it for us, and we'll see you guys on the next one.
Bye bye.